Alright, we're back with the bike that won't start up. So last video, we rebuilt this thing and it would not kickstart. We could not get it to start. I probably kicked this thing over 2,000 times and we just could not get it to start. It did bump start one time, started up, but it wouldn't rev out. So that's kind of where we're stuck. This thing's rebuilt with a brand new Yz250 piston, cylinder looked good, the valves look good, everything looked good on it. Timing was spot on, has blue spark, brand new spark plug. The carburetor accelerator pump is working. It's actually squirting gas directly in the cylinder on startup, and this thing will still not fire up. It won't even cough, it won't do anything. So a couple people in the comments said check out the hot cams on it. They said the little adjustment was kind of far off. So we're gonna check that out today. Other than that, I really don't know what else it could be. Because if you think about it, it has compression, has spark, and has fuel. So if we're getting fuel and spark, it should at least, pop over, unless, the timing's off a little bit. And with those cams, they actually have an adjustment for the timing on the cams, the aftermarket hot cams. So we're gonna take a look at that today and just see if that might be the culprit. Because I'm kind of stumped. I looked at forums, I've been researching over the past week here, and I just cannot solve it. So it's keeping me up at night for sure. And I wanna dig back into it and see if we can solve this issue. I'm not quitting on this bike until I get this thing to kickstart and start up. So without further ado, let's jump into it, see what we find. All right, let's start by getting the gas tank off of here. All right, let's get this spark plug boot out of here. And then we'll check for spark right away. Make sure we've got good blue spark before going any further. So initially I thought it was a sparking problem, but last time I checked we had good spark. So I really don't think it is something to do with the sparking. We tried different spark plugs, no change. So I'm not thinking it's a spark plug issue. And it bump starts, so I don't know, it's very odd. All right, here's the plug. CR8EK and GK. Let's see what we're getting here. Well, it looks like we're not getting any spark now. So I don't know if we were getting inconsistent spark before. Let's see if we've got anything here. Got nothing. That's really weird. That is really weird. Huh. Try kickstarting it, see if I can. Nothing. Not a single spark out of there. Huh. That is so odd. Did we lose the ground or something? Nothing, not anything. All right, I just tried a different coil and same result, no spark, so that wasn't the culprit. All right, just checking the on-off switch here. So this leads down to the two switches right here. I just took this one out to make it easier. Then we've got it attached to the ohm reading here. So we're doing a continuity test right now. So we should hear a beep when we push the button. That means the two leads are connecting together. So as you can see, when you push it, you hear a beep. Without pushing it, you don't hear a beep, so we are good. If you did hear a beep without pushing it, that would mean that the system's grounding out and that button's permanently down like that. So we are good to go there. It is not the kill start. All right, so we already tested the coil. We replaced the coil. We're just checking the secondary coil resistance, which is the orange wire, which is that lead to the spark plug lead right down here. And according to the manual, we should have between 4.6 and 6.8 kilo ohms at 20 degrees Celsius. And you can see we're right in between there, so we're good to go there. All right, now we're gonna come over here to the stator side, and we detach the plug there. Check out the pickup coil next. So the red wire right there and the white wire right there in the plug. So we're getting an ohm reading there. The manual states that it should be between 248 ohms and 372 ohms. So if you look right here, that's what we want, and that's what we have. 276 ohms or 0.276 kilo ohms. So we are right within spec there. So it's not the pickup coil. We're checking charging coil 1 resistance. So this is going to be the brown wire on here and the green wire. And we should have between, let's see here, 720 and 1080 ohms at 20 degrees Celsius. So let's check what we have. We are a little high at 1192 ohms or 1.192 kilo ohms. So that's actually a little bit high. So, I mean, it's not much higher than what we're supposed to have, but it is technically high by about 100. So, that could be a problem. All right, next we're checking the charging coil 2. So we're gonna do the pink lead and the black lead, the two ends right here. And it looks like we should have about 44 to 66 ohms. And we're at 52.8. So we are perfect on that one. All right, so the stator actually checks out for the most part, except for the one coil. It was a little bit high, but like barely high. So I'm thinking it's the CDI. I just have a feeling. Because it wouldn't start unless you bump start it, which would mean that it would have to have high RPMs. So it would have to be spinning really fast for it to start. And when it did start, it wouldn't like rev out all the way. So I'm thinking CDI, something's going on with that. Or it could be the stator as well, and it just didn't pick it up in our tests. So I actually went ahead and went to eBay and typed in 2001 Yz250f CDI, and a different one popped up. So it's not even this one. So this bike must be over a 2003. So the guy that sold it to me said it was a 2001, but 01 and 02 had the same CDI, and it's not like this one. So this one must be a different year, and you can see the VIN was painted over with black paint. Somebody tried to paint the frame black. So what we're gonna do is try to strip it down and just see if we can see what that VIN is, so we can see the year of the bike. So let's quick do that. Before we try the paint stripper, let's just see if I can scratch off some of this paint. It looks kind of like it was spray painted on, so maybe we can get lucky and just scratch off most of it. Oh yeah, look at that. It's gonna take a while. Not seeing any VIN on it. Huh. Where the heck is the VIN? Alright, I found the VIN. You can barely see it. See that? See the lettering in there? You can barely see it. But if you shine a flashlight on it, see that? See him show up? You cannot see it without a flashlight. You can see the JY43314883, and that 3 right there is the 10th digit. So this is a 2003 Yz250f. So now we know that. Not a 2001. Alright, so I'm taking the orange wire from the coil. I'm just going to spin over the engine at a fast rate and just see if we get any sparking from here. Because maybe the coil is bad. Let me just see, even though it tested out good. No spark at all. Huh, nothing. Alright, time to drain the oil. We're going to check the stator out again here. Something's got to be going on. It's just weird. There we go. Now it should come pouring out of here. Cover looks fine. Doesn't look like any metal chunks in there. I can't see. Alright, flywheel coming off of here. Looks like the magnets are coming out of the flywheel here. Check that out. They're like push there. Look, it just went right back in. Huh. So I wonder if that's the whole problem right there. Weak flywheel magnets, I wonder. See how they went right back in there? Now I wonder if we put it back on, if we're gonna have spark now. Let's see. Alright, let's spin this thing over, see if we have any spark off this wire. Nothing. Nada. So if you look at the flywheel right here, you can see a little piece of the magnet broken off. So that must have been what was that black substance in the bottom of the engine there. It was a magnet that broke off. So I'm not sure if that would be enough to cause the issue, but I'm pretty sure it would be. You can see it's magnetized pretty good. Yeah. But I'm wondering if it wrecked the CDI because of the inconsistency with the magnetism. I don't know. But that's one of the problems we found. Alright, I was able to get the magnets out. This one just broke in a million pieces. And you can see this is the one with the crack in it. See that crack went all the way through. And that just broke right off. So those magnets were definitely bad in there. And the other ones were pretty decent. You can see these two. Oh, that one has a small crack in it too, it looks like. Yeah, right here. Look at this. This is probably gonna, yep, look at that. Broke right in half. This one looks good. See, it shouldn't be able to break like that. So all the magnets were broken. This is the only good one left. No cracks at all in that. Oh, maybe there is a crack in there. Oh yeah, there is a crack. And that one as well. Smaller one, but still crack. But yeah, you can see what happened when you took out the magnet, just completely came to pieces. So that one was cracked really bad. I remember finding a bunch of these little pieces in the bottom of the engine. I thought it was just plastic. So it looks like we need a new flywheel for sure. Let's get the stator out and just check that out. Alright, so I'm reading on some forums that if a magnet cracks, what happens is it becomes two magnets with two more north and south poles. The AC current will pulse twice as fast. So maybe we were getting spark when we first looked at this, good spark, but it was sparking at the wrong time, hence not even firing the bike up at all. And maybe when you're going fast enough, it was able to spark the bike at the right time. I'm not sure. But I think that was the culprit right there. Alright, taking off the stator. Technically, it should be fine based on the test we did. All the numbers were within spec except for the one, which was very, very close. So let's just check this out. There is a little chunk out of it right there, you can see. I don't know why that would be. See that? What the heck happened there? Otherwise, it looks fine. I'm probably gonna get a new one just because, but it might be fine. There's a little bit of cracking right here. Right there in that coil wire. But that's the only thing I see that's potentially wrong with it. Looks like we're going to be spending some money. Went ahead and ordered a used CDI that was in working condition when the guy pulled it off the bike. A working stator and flywheel that was in working condition. That was $160 for the two. And then a wiring loom. And I just have to buy a coil now. So total came to like $225 for all of it. And plus the coil is probably gonna be another $30. So yeah, it wasn't a cheap fix. Hopefully that fixes it. Now we just have to wait for parts. All right, it's been about a week. We got the new stator in, or new used one. The flywheel, you can see here's the old one. We got the CDI, and then we got a new wiring harness, and then the coil as well as the hardware. So we got pretty much the whole ignition system here. So we should be set, I would think, unless some of these are not good, which hopefully they are. The flywheel looks a lot better. That's what it's supposed to look like. You can see. Looks to be the same one. Let's see if it's got those markings on it. Yep. Everything looks the same, so flywheel looks good. Alright. Let's start installing stuff. Hopefully this is going to be the fix. Alright, we're getting the old Stator out of here. It's tough to get out. There's a bunch of hoses in the way of it. For that plug. I don't know if that can come out without getting that cable out of the way. Alright, we're almost free now. Just a zip tie left. Then we can get the other stator in there. This one had like a piece out of it right here. Little piece right there out of it. And then when we tested it with the ohm reading, the coil was a little bit off on one of them, the reading. So it'll be good to replace that as well, just for peace of mind here. So here's the new one. You can see no chunk out of the back of it, just a little one right here. Which is funny that it had the same type of chunk out of it. Huh. But everything looks good on here. All the coils look fine. Wires look good. Let's see if the wires match up. Pink, white. Yep, wires match up, so we're all good to go. So this goes on like so. And we're going to be putting some Loctite on the bolts. Came with newer bolts as well. So that's good. We don't want these coming loose. Just a dab on there. Alright, and we'll just torque those down a little bit. Alright, we got a new harness here. So the coil wire on the other one was broken off. I'll show you guys quick. You can see these wires were really frayed and everything, not good. So on the new one, you can see right here, that's how it's supposed to look. So I decided to get a new one. So let's just plug and chug these. So this one goes into the main one here. Is that gonna fit? Go. That one's for the neutral wire. I don't know where that one goes. This one, yellow, black, and blue. That one looks right here. Looks like it goes right here. This one is the coil wire. And I think that's all we've got here. And then the kill switch. So the kill switch is up here. And then you've got the CDI wire. right here. We're gonna plug the new CDI in. All right, that goes in there like that. All right, cool. All right, then we've got the coil here. It's gonna go like that. It's looking good. All right, we gotta get the flywheel on yet. Here's the flywheel. Let's get that on. That's just gonna go on. Gotta make sure the Woodruff key is lining up with the slot here. Right there, perfect. And we'll have to see when we rotate it if the pickup coil is in the right location. Nut and the washer on there. Alright, that tighten out. Alright, then we'll rotate this engine over. Now we're going to be looking at the pickup coil here. There is an adjustment on there, so I want to make sure it doesn't hit right here. Doesn't look like it's hitting. Alright, now we're just going to turn this engine over with the drill and we'll see if we've got spark here. So let's get this spark plug in there. Spark. Let's see what happens. Oh wait, look at that spark. That's what it's supposed to look like. Oh, we are in business here. That is awesome. Look at that bright blue spark. Oh yeah, baby. I think this thing might start now. That is awesome. Let's get the cover on, the gas sink on, get some oil in here, and we'll attempt to start it. Hopefully it fires up, and that was the whole issue. That would be sweet. All right, this cover and the gasket needs to go on. These two plugs have to go in, and then we'll see what happens. All right, just gonna dump in a little oil here. Not a whole lot drained out when we took the cover off. Most of it's in the frame, it looks like. All right, big moment of truth. We've got all new electrical pretty much. It's used stuff, but we had good sparks, so let's see what happens. We've got gas going to it, everything's set, got oil in it, coolant in it. Let's see what happens when we kick it over a couple times. Hopefully, we're good. Choke on. perfectly. I am so happy right now. Oh, that is amazing. That's the best feeling in the world. I thought for sure it wasn't gonna start because we kicked it over maybe 6 times and all of a sudden it fired up with the kickstart. I've never had this thing started with the kickstart before, ever since owning it. So that is a great feeling. The piston's still getting worn in. That's why I was blipping the throttle so much. It still needs to be broken in. So we have to do the brake and ride and everything like that. But yeah, it's sounding pretty good. There's a slight tick to it. The cam chain needs to be replaced. And I got a new one right here. So I have to put that in. Because the other one was used and worn. So that finally came. So yeah, I'm just so happy this thing started up. Oh, that is a great feeling. And then we rejetted the carburetor last video, so it's got bigger main in there, and now it revs out completely. So, oh yeah, that is awesome. It was a Flywheel. I'm pretty sure it was a Flywheel with a combination of the Stator and the CDI there. So one of those 3 things failed, and I'm pretty sure it was a Flywheel. But yeah, it runs. I'm happy. Let's see if it fires back up here now that it's warm. Might have to use the hot start. Let's see. Well, that's not good. Uh-oh, just broke the kick lever. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Snapped the shaft right off. Oh, that sucks. This bike is nothing but a pain in the butt. Jeez, how did that happen? Oh man, that sucks. But at least we know it starts now, so. Looks like we'll be ordering a new kick lever shaft. Wow, that really sucks. I was looking forward to riding this thing. Ah, darn it. Well, we'll have to wait on more parts, I guess. All right, the guy that owned the $10,000 CRF 250R, he finally picked up his bike and he was grinning ear to ear. He's owned this bike for about a year now, and he said he's never been able to start it or ride it since owning it. He put $10,000 over the course of the year into it, and this was the first start, first ride for him. I fixed it for him for free, did the whole rebuild, diagnostics, everything for free, and he was just really, really happy and grateful about it. So makes me happy to see him happy. And check out the video here. He test drives it for the first time and starts it up for the first time.
Hey, I'm Adrian. Joe just got done rebuilding the bike, and it's absolutely amazing. I just wanted to clear up a little confusion for everybody, saying that they wouldn't sink 10 grand in the bike. First thing, this is my first bike. I had a lot of issues with a prior bike that my parents had let me use, and I didn't want that with this one. Wanted a sort of reliable bike. So over the course of a little over a year, it has become what it is, from a purple framed ugly bike.
Yeah, tell him what you did to the frame and everything.
Well,
it's a lot of work.
To start with, it was purple, completely purple and ugly. I have a picture here actually. Black, it was all spray painted completely. The motor, the whole top end was missing, I'd say 60% of everything to keep it in place, like everything for the camshaft, thrust washers, all that. The top end, none of it was torqued, as well as I'd say 60% of everything was missing.
Yeah. And then the 10 grand includes the initial cost of the bike too, or no? Okay.
Yeah. 10 grand is parts as well as the 1,500 I paid for the bike.
Okay.
So I've got a little over 95.
And what was the most money you spent? Like, where was the big chunk of it? Was that
Honestly, the head was probably the most expensive thing.
Okay.
Like the most expensive singular component was the head. Just the cases themselves, I sent them out, had them machined flat, cleaned all the insides out, water pump, clutch basket, clutch cover, all that's brand new. The whole entire bottom end has brand new seals, bearings, the whole 9 yards. Inside has a new water pump. Mainly the critical things, like for instance on this bike, the water pump and the oil pump has a plastic drive gear, so I replaced that just as kind of make sure that it wouldn't break.
Yep.
As well as new plastics, painted up the airbox, polished the whole frame. I want to get new levers and as well as get the suspension sent out to either factory connection or one of those people.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Because the seals are leaking.
Okay.
On both sets.
Oh yeah, pretty bad.
Yeah, unfortunately. But
Yeah.
I wanted to get it running before suspension was a worry.
Yeah, I think your engine should be good now.
Oh, it's
Not a single leak you can see over. I mean, we just ran it, and not a single drip of oil or coolant anywhere.
nothing.
Well, you want to start it up and take it for a ride?
Let's see.
See if you can do her.
Yeah, let's see if I can.
It's got some compression now, so.
Yeah, I got.
Here, buddy, come here. I'll hold you. Ooh, close. It's gonna take a while to get used to it, but. Not too bad.
That was cool.
Really?
I think all it's wrong with carpet.
Oh yeah. What do you think?
I may have stalled it.
Yeah.
Was in second when I probably should have been in first.
Oh yeah. Up the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll
That's
happen.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, it doesn't take.
Fantastic.
Oh yeah. Well, glad you like it and have fun with it. Should last you a long time.
I hope so. You did amazing, man.
Oh, well, thank you.
Happy.
Yeah, there you go. Merry Christmas.
Yep. All right, hope you guys enjoyed that video on the CRF 250R. He seemed pretty happy with it, and he plans on riding it this week. So he's definitely happy, and it's awesome to see. So stay tuned for next video on this bike. We're going to be riding it next video for sure. Just have to do that cam chain, and now the kicker shaft is broken. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing. Stay tuned for next one, and until next time, we are out.